Just relax. No. Mamula ka eh. Stay where you are.
Welcome back to the Brew. In the past weeks, it's like years, we've had RH advocates here on the grill, and it's time to hear the other side of the debate. Paranaque Congressman Roilo Golez is one of the vocal critics of the bill in Congress, and he even filed what's described as an anti-RH bill.
Congressman Golez has also been called the Wiki King for citing Wikipedia and Google in opposing the RH bill. Joining us on the grill is Paranaque Congressman Roilo Golez. Welcome to the Brew, sir.
Thank you very much.
Congressman, welcome to the group, to the grill.
Well, first on the Wiki King, I think those who are not aware of the internet, cyberspace, that is the biggest library in the world right now. And anyone who goes to a library should go to the biggest library. Wiki, Google, everything is there. I mean, everything, and they're still developing it. The objective is that everything written is going to be there. Google is working on it. 1 million books every year.
But sir, you are aware that Wikipedia allows anybody to edit, like as it goes on. You actually have the freedom to edit information on an entry. So it gives us not as much filters as it should have when the information is out there.
So yeah, in other words, it's not the most reliable source, is it?
Well, who says it in Encyclopedia? Britannica is the most reliable. They're outdated. In fact, the moment they're out in the press, those things are already outdated.
But at least, sir, there's
unlike in the case of Wikipedia, Google, those things are very dynamic. And if an error is made, it's immediately corrected.
But sir, there is an assumption when we publish books that it goes through filters that actually fact checks and edits and etc. Therefore, when it is published, it's very, it's kind of
well, show me a Wikipedia item that's incorrect.
Oh, wow. That's a lot, sir. Later, let's go.
Like which one?
Go online.
For example, right now, if you want to know something about what's happening in Korea, go there, go to Google. It's all there.
But sir, do you also consult other sources of it?
Oh yeah, of course.
Scientific study?
Scientific studies, yes, of course.
Let's go to
There's so many websites that are very scientific. It's not only Wikipedia. When you go to Google, Wikipedia is probably one of the 10,000 items that Google will give to you. And it's up to you to filter this. Wiki is one of the sources.
Okay, sir, maybe could you just sum up then your stand on reproductive health and why your Wikipedia references were so important to making your argument?
By the way, it's not Wikipedia, it's Google.
Okay, Google.
Wiki is just one of them.
Okay.
As I said, if you enter Google, Wiki is probably one of the 10,000 that will be given to you by Google. By the way, you know, Wiki, when people criticize Wiki or Google, probably they don't understand the technology. I ran into a former secretary, a cabinet secretary, years ago, and when I cited a particular document, and I said where it came from, and he said, "Oh, Google pala." I got the shock of my life. I said, Google is the biggest library in the world right now. It's even better than the Library of Congress.
Oh, sige na sir. Let's drop the Google thing and talk about our
It should pay you.
On reproductive health. You know, reproductive health, I am against the bill. But reproductive health is here. Contraceptives are here. They're available. No one is going to stop you from going to the drugstore, going to your doctor, get contraceptives. If you want to use condom, you can go to one of the gas stations. They're there, available. But what I am against is for Congress to appropriate billions of pesos for this to be given free to those who need. When we need billions of pesos for classrooms, we need billions of pesos in order to subsidize the National Food Authority for rice.
Okay.
We have to build roads. And there's so many other problems. We need billions of pesos for more doctors, nurses, and midwives. You know, they keep on talking about maternal mortality rate. Maternal mortality rate, if you look at the provinces where they have a serious maternal mortality rate problem, the reason for that is they lack doctors, nurses, and midwives. So what's the answer for that? more doctors, more nurses.
So more than anything, sir, it's a fiscal decision, it's a budget allocation,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a-
resources.
That's right. It's a fiscal
priority.
decision. At the
It's not
same time,
religion,
it's
it's
also
not-
a demographic assessment. You know, they keep on talking about overpopulation. Population, the size of the population will depend on the area. You know, like right now, we are underpopulated in this room. There are about 5 of us. But if we
Think
go
it's
to
the
a
perfume
telephone
you're
booth,
wearing, guys?
we'll be overpopulated. 4 of us will overpopulate the telephone booth. The Philippines is number 42 in the world as far as population density is concerned. There's so many other countries that have a higher population density, like for example Korea, Taiwan.
No sense in
Hong Kong,
comparing, sir,
Singapore.
but let's stay in the Philippines. So you are of the belief that we are not overpopulated?
No, we are not. As
Oh,
I said,
wow.
it's always in relative terms. There's so many, you know, the population density of the Philippines is about 266. There's so many provinces with a population density of 25, 30, 70. They're underpopulated. Of
But
course,
sir-
Metro Manila has a high density, but Metro Manila happens to be the most economically strong also in the entire country. You know, they keep on talking of overpopulation as though it's a negative economic factor. It's not. The most densely populated places in the Philippines are the strongest economically. You look at the population density of so many cities, provinces,
So,
compare it
sir,
with the less dense provinces.
But basically, you're saying, sir, that the RH bill isn't needed because there are more important things out there
it's
to
there
the
already.
culture.
The Department of Health is already implementing it.
but sir, is it
The
also a
population
religion
control
thing for
program
you?
is the population commission is already implementing it.
Sir, is it a religion thing as well for you?
No, I never mentioned religion. I think
Okay.
this is not a debate between religion and the RH people. This
It's
is
really
a debate
economics?
about demography, about economics, about competition,
But
about
sir,
population
what
power.
do you say to your poor constituents? For example, a family of say 8, poor laborer with 6 children.
Well, I
Do you
used to
tell
be a
them that
poor
your
constituent
children-
also.
Do you
We
tell
were a
them
family
that-
of 5. My parents were ordinary government employees. I came from a very poor public school. If we followed the RH people, 3 of my siblings would not have been born. One of them became a UP graduate, management expert.
Got it.
2 of them graduated from the Philippine Military Academy, very successful. They should not have been born, according to the RH
Well, I
people.
shouldn't have been born. I'm the 10th child of my mom. But I still believe in ways to manage the population.
Yeah,
as well.
that's responsible parenthood. My parents,
Sure.
probably my blessing is that my parents were responsible.
Yes.
My parents
Yes.
taught us the value of education. They were poor to start with.
But in the first place, isn't the RH bill nga about giving people